So the best place to start is at the beginning. So I'm going to tell you the story, well, the story of my spiritual awakening, like what happened and like, you know, how it happened and stuff like that. And I am a terrible storyteller. I'm one of them that tells a story in a story in a story, and then you never actually get round to finishing the story that you've started off with. So I'm going to try and be better. But yeah, so like at the beginning, before I had my spiritual awakening, I was in a very, very crap place. Like a lot of crap things happened. You know, but I was also in that victim mentality, like that, you know, in the negative mindset of like nothing ever goes right for me and stuff like that. And you know, when you think like that, you're manifesting it, and it's nothing will go right for you. So when everything's going wrong for me, everything was going wrong for me. Do you know what I mean? So, I was just in a really bad place, and I was like abusing alcohol and stuff like that, and other things, and I was all weekend benders, and like, you know, I was in a bad place with my jobs because I wasn't all there like for them, because I was like, you know, my head was chocolate and I was just hungover a lot, you know, like, so, you know, it was me putting myself in that place, and I get that. But I just couldn't get out of it, couldn't snap out of it. And so, you know, I'd hit rock bottom, and my friend, he lives in Sunderland, he just said to me, he was like, come up here and get away for a week or so, you know, take your mind off things, you know, escape, get away. So I did, and at the time I'd just bought myself, I think, some new clothes, or some new skincare, and like some new clothes to try and make myself feel a bit better. So I packed up, went up there, and in that time, he was working from home, so he was working through the day, so he had the time to focus on me. So it was like, you know, I was getting up, I was doing my skincare, I was showering, and like, can't remember, but like every day, but you know, when I was in a crappy place, it's, you know, you can't get out of bed, so it was, showering wasn't my priority at the time. So I was taking, like, that time was taking care of myself better. So I was there for like a week or so, and whilst I was there, I was making plans for like for when I was back home. Like, I think I'd booked to get my hair done, and like just other little things, things for the flat to make it feel more like home when I came home. You know, just because I started feeling better, I wanted to do better. So, you know, all this thingy, I came home, I'd met someone as well, so like I just thought like, oh, things are getting better and better. And so one night I'd watched The Secret, and I'd heard about it, but I'd never knew fully what it was about. But it wasn't like a documentary or anything like that. It was the film, so it's like a romance film as well. It was as if, like, you know, it's everything happens for a reason, but it's a story, so like you get to understand it a bit better like through the story. And it was just like a big light bulb moment. And it was like, it was just because, like, you know, it was like when you think everything's going wrong, it's like starts to go better. Like, you know, you go through that for a reason to get to this place. And it was eye-opening, and it like, you know, from being in such a dark tunnel and thinking there was no escape, I started to see that little light, that little bit of hope at the end. Do you know what I mean? So it was like I had the guidance, and like, it's good, you know, it's going to be okay. So it was funny because I remember thinking to myself, like, that's it now, I'm cured, I'm no longer depressed and stuff like this. I mean, it's been a journey since then, do you know what I mean? That's just the beginning. It's been a roller coaster since, but it's one I would never take back. It's been amazing, do you know, like, it was the start of my story, do you know, like, the change in my mindset, and it's like, to, you know, from the negative to change it into a positive outlook on life, and, you know, understanding everything happens for a reason, so it's okay if that happens, like, it's all gonna work out. So yeah, like, things started to look up for me. So after watching The Secret, and then, like, I remember, like, I was on TikTok, and I just started getting all these little signs then. It was like little, you know, little things popping up here and there, and it was TikTok was like, I was getting like video, like more spiritual type videos, and that started coming up, and like tarot readings and things about spirituality to help me understand it more. You know, started seeing videos of synchronicities and, you know, your angel numbers, and then I started seeing angel numbers, and like I remember it was like, you know, I'll leave my phone onto the tiniest bit of battery, and like, so like I'd check on it, and each time I remember it was a couple of like days in a row I checked and it was 8%. So then I'd googled the number 8 angel number, and it literally, it defined me to a T, and it defined what I was going through at the time, everything, and how it was all, why it was working like that and stuff. So that was another big light bulb, and it just gave me that, the start of like the hope, do you know what I mean? And yeah, it got me excited. From being in such a dark place, it got me in a much better place, and like it helped my mindset just changed like that. So, and it was crazy because, you know, I never ever thought that could happen. But yeah, that's the initial story. I've got about 1,000 more. Thanks.